Damn, fam. It was Attack of the Ninjas weekend. I drove to and from Indiana. Came home, had some cool shit happen, and now we're going to talk about it. It's the Beard, and it speaks. Now.
Oh, come on, he's a miserable cocksucker fucking asshole. You hate him, admit it.
I'm going to take my own headphones off, because I'm really not trying to hear my own voice echoing in my fucking ears. What up, heads? You know what it is. You know what it does. My name is Chuck Reeves. I am the man, the myth, at this point, the fucking legend known as the East Coast Beast host. Salute and flame emojis to all you motherfuckers I see in the chat tuned in now. Damn near 60 of you. Let me see those flame emojis all up in that chat room. Fucking burn down those fucking pyramids. Burn down those fucking diamonds. Let them know whose show this is. Whose house? Beard's house. What? My voice is still a little funky. It was a long-ass weekend followed by a long-ass car ride. We're going to talk about all that shit. There's some breaking news that I got blown up about. Like leading up to the show tonight. And I feel the need to maybe talk about it. I don't have much in the way of information, nor do I really know if I care at this point about information. But we'll talk about the BBS Frankie Grudge situation. Seems like that group's down a member. We'll talk about how that may relate to what occurred this weekend at Attack of the Ninjas. We're going to talk about a bunch of shit. But damn, you know what? I forgot, so I might as well do it now. And we're going to do it live. The Beard Speaks is brought to you by Beard Love. Visit mybeardlove.com/beasthost and enjoy 10% off all their amazing beer-related products, such as washes, oils, and balms. I want to thank Jake and his wife Stephanie at Beard Love for their long-term and continued support of all things Chuck Reeves and their major support of the official Attack of the Ninjas pre-party. Also, 7th Dimension 720.com. Big, huge, monstrous respect and love to the very, very, very fun homeboy Leroy Jenkins, CEO of 7th Dimension 720. We got a chance to hang out these last 4 days at Attack of the Ninjas, and that is a fine, fine individual. So if you are in the market for Kratom, e-liquids, or CBD, make sure you're visiting 7thDimension720.com. I don't even know if you guys like that, but that's kind of the way the ads go right now for the most part. So let's see. It's just going to be Attack of the Ninjas pretty much today. I guess we'll go over just real quick the breaking news. That's how I'm going to announce breaking news. That's my shout-outs to Tales from the Lotus Pod. Breaking news. Apparently, according to a statement released on social media sometime in the last couple hours, Frankie Grudge has been terminated as a member of Body Bag Syndicate and of Dead Media. There's been a lot of social media back and forth between the parties involved with just as much interesting shit going on in the comments. I really don't know what's going on yet. So allow me to do what I do and allow me to keep my ear open. And if you want to hear it from the horse's mouth himself, I think the homeboy Frankie Grudge will, in fact, be a very special guest, as usual, on the Replicon Radio this coming Monday night as part of his 15 Minutes of Grudge segment. You know he likes to keep that thing topical. So, I don't even want to steal any of that shit's shine. So, make sure you tuned in here next Monday, repliconradio.com. That's actually a good segue. Like the fucking title of today's episode said, you are currently watching the last ever episode of the Beardicon Speaks. Over the course of the last I don't know, since Thursday. So what are you talking about, 5 days? I once again got to see a group of dudes who I've come to love and respect put it the fuck down for the underground, for the fucking juggalos, for the fans of underground who don't consider themselves juggalos. I watched one guy literally stand in one place with a fucking monopod all weekend, ruining his time to bring you motherfuckers out there the best 4K. You're a Psychopathic fan, strictly. Whether you're a Magic Ninja fan, strictly. Whether you're, a fan of both. Over the past few days, I came to realize that I'm probably shooting the Replicons in the foot a little bit at this point with my presence here on their channel. Now, it's fucking awesome that they've been so great about just letting me log into their shit, letting me fucking post whatever I want. They never question my content. They never complain about anything I say. And they never complain about the damn near fucking thousands of hateful comments that their channel now gets, strictly because I'm over here. They never did. They never complained. They never said nothing. But in watching what those guys have accomplished in views, in subscriber increase over the last, say, month and a half since the gathering of the Juggalos, I can no longer in good conscience sit here on their channel and potentially of as being viable until recently. So starting on Thursday, potentially, probably Thursday, BeardSpeaks episode 160 will air live via fucking direct email Wi-Fi satellite to your fucking ocular cavities via facebook.com/BeastHostBeard. Now, that doesn't really mean a whole lot. What happened to the audio? My audio seems fine. I hate when you fucking people say no audio because, yeah, is anybody else having a sound problem besides Violent George? Maybe you need to turn your shit up. Yeah, motherfuckers hear me. You're stupid. Unmute your computer, fam. So, loaded to the primary YouTube channel. That should, of course, being youtube.com/ChuckReesBeastHost. Available directly at BeastHostBeard.com. And I just want to enjoy this channel. I don't want to feel responsible for their growth or their decline due to my content, especially with the quality and the consistency of the content they're providing you guys on a weekly basis. So, this is not a bad move. I was not asked to leave. To be honest, at least one of those guys was kind of mad when I fucking told him that I was going to leave. Because they just ride with me to some degree. I don't think my Wi-Fi is janky because I have a straight plug-in. I think YouTube's been janky. Or perhaps my internet is just janky as a whole thing. Yeah, YouTube's been lagging like a bitch constantly. So salute to the fucking Replicon Radio guys, Big Roo, Dead Body Man, and Freaky P for allowing me to stay on the couch so many times. But you guys don't got to worry about it no more because now I got a van down by the river. And that's where I'm going to be broadcasting from. All right? So salute to you three. Fantastic fucking work this weekend on all fronts. And like the greats do, we will cross paths again very, very soon. And that is extended to people like Fatal Frankie and their extended crew over there at Replicon. So, salute. I appreciate it. And I won't fuck up your YouTube fucking trending history and algorithms anymore with my random shit I watch. I promise. that's a good segue, I guess. So, Attack of the Ninjas, Shiznit. Left here Wednesday night about 10 o'clock. Actually got out of the house exactly when I wanted to, more or less. Got on the road. Myself, my lovely lady Becky, and my homeboy Justin. Me and Justin splitting driving duties, short of one tractor trailer fire that held us up for about 30 minutes somewhere in Pennsylvania. Right? Was it Pennsylvania? I think it was Pennsylvania. It was either Pennsylvania or Ohio. I can't even fucking remember. So there was a tractor trailer fire. You can actually see it on my Facebook Live if you go over to my Facebook page. I did an impromptu commentary of them cutting some dude out of the cab. So, it's dope. You should peep that shit. Let's see. Got there. Got checked into the telly, which that was an odd situation because where we were is like a fast growth suburban community in the middle of nowhere. Kokomo, Indiana, for anybody who's been there, kind of is like a small town with city type shit in it. So when we get to the hotel, there's a sign on the door that says be back in 5 minutes. Because apparently the chick who works in the lobby works every other job at the fucking hotel, Bugs Bunny style, the way he used to play baseball. Playing catcher, Bugs Bunny. Playing pitcher, Bugs Bunny. Playing second base, Bugs Bunny. So we check in, get our shit together. Thursday, go over and do the official Attack of the Ninjas pre-party. And that's where the weekend started. Shit was fire as fuck. Myself and the Replicons, I think, did an excellent job with hosting. Andy Sherman, salute to him, ran a awesome gaming event in that back room, gave out a lot of prizes, taught a few people how to play Echo Side. We moved a lot of merch. Beard Love products were available in the house all weekend. 7th Dimension 720, they were in the house set up, fucking giving out samples of Kratom blends and Sludge, their proprietary shit. It was real awesome. It was real good time. We did, I think, just over 130 in pre-sale tickets. That's a number of people. And then we had probably about 40 to 50 come up to the door, pay that door price, and join us for a party when they either came in early to town or maybe got in and decided last minute that they didn't want to miss Drive-By. But before Drive-By, we had a few other acts take the stage, Bulletproof and the Fool. I know they rocked it. Red rocked it. Unfortunately, we got no performance out of Body Bag Syndicate. Now, the reasoning behind that was Frankie Grudge made a lot of plans, spent a lot of money to get him and his crew from Denver, Colorado down to Kokomo, Indiana, so they could rock with us, so they could come fucks with the crew of Replicons and Chuck Reevesikins and do this pre-party thing. Because, to be honest, when it comes to Replicon and me, BBS is top 3 right now, up-and-comers, for sure. So, apparently, from what I know, being there with Frankie in the parking lot, Frankie was very upset that Iggy, Anthrax Killer, the other half of BVS, had decided to not attend the pre-party in Kokomo. He was visibly angry to some degree at points during the night, and he was very apologetic that his partner had neglected to show up, thereby, really fucking depriving a group of Dead Gang fans that had come out specifically to see BBS, depriving them of a right BBS fucking set. So that probably and potentially has a lot to do with what happened between Frankie and the rest of Dead Media, the powers that be over there. Respect to them too. I mean, if they want to talk over here, if they want to come on and discuss their side ever, a lot of people don't want to fucking put their business out of it. I understand that. I don't really want to pry on this situation because I know that the issues between BBS are issues between brothers to some degree. And they're probably going to work it out, or at least I would hope so. So we got 200 people almost in that motherfucker, rocking out with us, rocking out with Bulletproof and the Fool. Cameron V. Humanity was in the motherfucking house, the big homie. Finally got to meet him. Finally got to meet a bunch of people who I knew in the periphery. Got to see some fans, some heads that I've seen at multiple events. People like Preston. People like Montana Josh and his wonderful wife. I got the chance to hang out and do a lot of weed smoking with the Ice Master himself, Larry Metzger, who I found out has like the coolest fucking job. Pun intended. Dad jokes, baby. I got to hang out with him and his wife, do a lot of smoking. I did a lot of smoking, as you can tell. I need to like get some honey in my fucking system. It doesn't help I yelled this morning either. So Thursday night was dope. Went back to the telly, fucking sleep. 15-hour drive in, about 2 hours sleep during that time overnight. No nap in the afternoon. Didn't really eat right. So the minute the show was over, my fat ass bellied up to the bar at White Castle and gladly ordered 30 of those fuckers in a cardboard box. Get off me, dog. But go back there, hung out for a minute, smoked some cigarettes. Fucking Friday, wake up late, fucking go to Kokomo Toys, realize I'm too dead broke for life, and that if I ever want to collect toys like that, I'm definitely going to have to do better, because there's a lot of cool shit in there. A lot of cool shit my mom wouldn't buy me when I was a kid. If you haven't been to Kokomo Toys, yet you've heard about it, the Kokomo Toys experience is super worth the hype. You're going to see mad shit that you remember from your childhood and probably even before your childhood. They had like a dozen of the G.I. Joe full fucking aircraft carrier in the box. But those things are like $2,500 a piece. Like, it's mad expensive, fam. Reliving your childhood is mad expensive. So, over there, spent like a grip of time in there, for sure. But came out with nothing. Fucking problems of being a broke ass. Go back to the telly. Get to the hotel, get to the venue. And as I'm walking in to the parking lot of the venue, a certain YouTube guy was walking out of the parking lot. And this particular YouTube individual came here a couple of weeks ago. Made me believe that we were cool. Made me believe that everything was straight between us. So I wouldn't bitch slap him in New Hampshire, his home state. But then the minute he got home, he decided to jump on his computer and go on CPN's show and speak bad on the boy. Now, I had warned him not to do that, but he did it anyway. So when I saw this individual, and instead of at least trying to greet me with a "Hey, Chuck," or a "Nice to see you, bro. That last gig was dope. I'm glad you didn't bitch slap me," he tried to ice grill me out when he walked by. So I stopped, and I turned around, and I said, "Hey, do you think it was okay to have done what you did? Come out to New Hampshire, act like everything's cool, face to face, but then the minute you get home to the safety of your webcam, you're going to start dragging my name again?" And he didn't have any kind of answer. He looked at me like an Elmo that didn't have a hand up its ass. He had nothing to say. He had no answer. So at that point, I decided to give him a fucking answer. Now, that was 1 o'clock-ish on Friday. For the rest of the weekend, 48 hours damn near, Me and him were in the same venue together. I was never asked to leave. And neither Kyle nor his extensive crew of people who supposedly have his back came up to me and discussed the incident with any kind of negativity. I assumed motherfucker took his lesson like a good kid. But apparently, he gets to feel real brolic and real safe when he's at home behind his webcam in the room in his mom's apartment. But we're going to cross paths again. And although the last time was between me and you, and had you not mentioned what I did and tried to spin it to make yourself look cool, the world at large would have no confirmation that the shit occurred. All they would have is the echo and the eyewitness accounts of the 100 plus people in line at the venue who watched me fucking take your face off your skull with my weak hand. Like, this is my fucking Riri hand. Like, this is my, I can't write with this. I can't fucking play guitar. Like, I can barely manipulate a controller for the PlayStation with this fucking hand, dog. Like, my shit's all fucked up. And instead of taking the shit and being quiet about it and realizing that I didn't have the camera out because it wasn't for the internet, it was for you. I was hoping to teach you something. You want to go home and claim I scratched you? With my palm of my hand, I scratched you. And that, like, you can't even get your story straight, nor can you give anyone an answer as to why you let me walk by your fucking merch booth, bake sale combination table for the rest of the fucking weekend and not one of you fucking people had anything to say to the boy. You should have just been quiet about it. I mean, just the idea I smacked anybody's good enough. Nobody had to know it was you. Nobody had to know it was you. You're the reason everybody knows it's you. Like, straight the fuck up. You told more people than I did. Because I'm walking around the venue and I got people asking me about it. People I didn't tell. So, why are you going to tell everybody I slapped you, fam? Did you think anybody was going to care? Did you really think anyone was going to care? Oh, Christ. Really? You really? Man, I really hope that boy didn't actually think anybody was going to care. Like, that's like truly, honestly, earnestly believing in Santa Claus. For real, fam. If you truly, honestly, earnestly believed somewhere in that big fucking Whoville-sized heart of yours that anybody in the underground game was gonna give a fuck about the fucking fact that I iceberg slimmed the right side of your fucking face. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, I don't know what to fucking tell you, dog. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So that happened. But I don't even think it ruined his weekend, which is fine. I didn't want to ruin his weekend. If I wanted to ruin his weekend, I would have broke his jaw or let my bitch fuck him up. Because trust me, had I not slapped him, she was gonna. So allow me to do the dirt. But you should have Like, I didn't make a big deal of it. Like, we cracked some jokes about me smacking somebody, but the shit could have went down as rumor. I never would have confirmed shit had you not ran home and tried to fucking spin the story into Chuck jumped out of a trash can in a dark aisle with 9 fucking ninjas with guns. And then he went and scratched my face. Had you not tried to spin this story into some incredible yarn that I came walking into the fucking venue parking lot in a Gundam and like hit you with the fucking boom with the left side of the fucking Gundam robot. Had you not gone home and tried to act like anything happened at all, like, nobody would know, fam. Good luck on CPN's show the next time you go over there. If I'm CPN, I'm seriously working up a graphic that's a picture of my hand. Here, I'll even give it to you. Here, just take this. I'm working up a graphic that's my hand. And it's going to be slapping Sid Jones in the face every fucking 4 seconds while he's on the show. CPN, if you use this idea, at least give me credit. This wasn't for the fucking internet, fam. Like I said, I don't want to fucking go to war with you. You're pretty much pro M&E. That's good enough for me, I suppose. But I definitely don't have to fucking like you, and I definitely don't have to allow you to drag my name because you're trying to get views. Dragging my name may be a good way to get views right now, but the long term, it's bad for your fucking health. It's certainly bad for your health. Whatever. Rest of Friday was fucking... Actually, that was pretty dope, too. The rest of Friday was dope. Shouts to Nasty and his chick Amber bringing me that 5th of Jameson on the strength. We got pretty fucked up on Friday. Show was dope as fuck. The big draws Friday were, of course, Al Azul Ilu, their first official sermon as part of the MNE roster, and boy, was it amazing. Axe has got these new set pieces, part pulpit, part fucking casket, part gravestone. They're dope. The masks are dope. The getups they were wearing were dope. The new Almighty Crew shirts, you can actually buy the ones that they were wearing if you go to Zulmart. They're like $200 fucking dollars. But the shit's dope as fuck. They put down a dope-ass performance that, of course, included the Axis family and included some shit from Necronomicron and from previous efforts by the trio. Who else went Saturday? Oh, let me look at my schedule. Gorilla Voltage, high energy as fuck, putting the fuck down. They played some tracks off Lost Tapes. If you haven't done so, we're gonna go through everything because there's shit available from almost everybody here. So Al Azul Ilu, if you haven't, a lot of you motherfuckers have, and a lot of you motherfuckers have done it multiple times. Head on over to MNEstore.com, pre-order that new album, The Almighty, from the fucking Zul. My whole goddamn family answers to the beast, taking over my social media timeline. Gorilla Voltage, go get that Lost Tapes record that popped up. Lars came out. The dude I smacked in the face wasn't on stage with them, though. So I don't know why he was on stage in New Hampshire. Maybe dudes like the other dude. Because I know there's at least 3 dudes out there running around telling barnacles that they're in Lars. Like, I wonder what Gordy and Bazaar would think about that. I wonder what Gordy and Bazaar would think about certain people running around telling people that don't know that they're in Lars. Wonder what they would think of that. So Lars was there. Then, strangely enough, Lars bounced. Yet the barnacles that are attached to Lars remain. Maybe that's why you didn't step up to me. Maybe because you figured you didn't have any backup with your fucking dick suck cosign fucking out of the building. Huh? I'll tell you what you did do, motherfucker. You gave away a bunch of cookies. Be lucky I didn't walk over to your fucking table, take the cookies, and be like, this is cool, right? Gonna call me a bully. See, I'm either a pussy or I'm a bully. You can't be both, man. Like, you really can't be both. Because either people are scared enough to let me bully them, or I'm a pussy. I don't understand how you can be both. I mean, I understand that if I bully you, you might call me a pussy. But that doesn't mean I am one. G Moski, dope ass set as usual. He's bringing out that GameCube set. I really hope they take that on tour when he goes with JMT. Boondocks came out, rocked it, Twisted with Draven for Friday night. Friday was kind of mellow, besides me getting fucking smocked on fucking booze. Got back to the telly, intended on live streaming, but the people I intended on live streaming with didn't get back to the hotel till 3 in the morning. And you can see the results of that over on my Facebook page, because we ended up live streaming at about 3 o'clock in the morning. For no reason. Because I didn't have anything better to do. No. That's not what I said. What I said was that if there's anyone who wants to question why the fuck I smacked who I smacked, I'll gladly explain it to them. That's what I said. Now, if it requires a smack as part of the explanation, y'all can take that on yourselves. Saturday. What did we do Saturday? I don't even remember what I did Saturday. Oh, I didn't do shit Saturday because it was fucking raining. Pouring rain all morning. And then it stopped just in time for the 4-hour-long VIP line. So this is what happened with VIPs at Attack of the Ninjas. There were 150 originally packages. Those sold out with the quickness. So they added more. And they ended up adding a lot more. So what you ended up with was a VIP package and a VIP experience that was hella fucking long and sucked for the fans that had to stand in line, I'm sure, plus the artists who had to stand there in their booths for 4 fucking hours shaking hands and taking pictures. I don't know how they deal with that shit. But there were people early. There were people who got wet as fuck in the rain. Shouts to them. They are the real MVPs. Now, there was a barbecue with the VIP, and it was not very good, for lack of a better term. I'm not trying to downplay it. I didn't hear too many people complain, because that's not really what you get that VIP for. But I do know that people had flat sodas and burnt Faygo dogs, or shall I say off-brand soda dogs. So Saturday got revved up. Higher Power, ROC, dope as fuck. Performing tracks off that Digital Voodoo. Lex the Hexmaster, fresh off the release of his Shadow King mixtape. Make sure you heading over to M&A Store to get that. He took the stage, and then he took the stage with a couple of people familiar as fuck to me. Kelly Wolf and Colby, together known as Angels of Death. They're a duo from here in Massachusetts that I've known for quite some time. Lex with 2 hype men is one of the hypest fucking things I've ever seen. It was their first time doing it as a trio like that, so the beginning was a little rough in spots, but as they settled into that, towards the end, I would not have believed, seeing just the end, that that was their first time doing the shit. I really hope he continues to bring out at least one hype man, because Lex is a real controlled dude. Like, his raps are energetic, his bars are energetic, but him as a person in the Shadow King persona is a real controlled, dark individual. When he brings in the hype man, or in this case, the pair of hype men, like he did, those guys can be uncontained balls of fucking energy and light that bounce off the Shadow King and his controlled darkness. And I think that not only is it a good visual, I think it works well with the flow of the stage performance. And, I mean, it was good to see. It was good to see him pick somebody I know, too. Because, they're dope. Let's see. Underground Avengers came out. Their first official Magic Ninja Entertainment performance as well, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Their album, of course, Anomaly 88, made available Friday. Make sure you copping that at MeStore.com. I got an advance listen to it Thursday night when Buck showed up to the pre-party. They did a lot of tracks from it, a lot of tracks from the last record. They brought out a singer to do some of the hooks. That's always a good fucking thing. And if that's the set list that they're doing on tour this fall, I'm excited to see it again. They did King Kong. I'm walking around the venue beating my chest and shit. It was a good time, man. I really like Buckshot. I really like Class. And I really like Boondocks, especially in that trio situation. Underground Avengers is a very specific thing, and it's fucking awesome. Axe Murder Boys. Unfortunately, I missed most of Axe Murder Boys because it was around Underground Avengers time when I weekends programming. And, of course, talk some business with folk. Blaze, dope set as always. Shouts to Dustin, his masked hype man. You know who it is. And then Twisted came out. Now, I knew something was going on because they were making sure that all the artists from the whole weekend, even ones that had performed on Friday, stuck around for Twisted's performance Saturday night. Word got around a little bit before they went on stage that it looked as if they were getting ready to do all collaborations. They didn't do all collaborations, but they did a significant number of them. They did some riders with Blaze. What else did they bring out? They brought out G. They did Outlined in Chalk. You can watch the full set right here on the Replicon Radio YouTube. You can watch all the sets, I'm pretty fucking sure. If you go back and watch this weekend's videos. My bad. Give me a second. Dark roast coffee's giving me indigestion. So, during Outlined in Chalk, now mind you, one costume change had already happened. At one point, it was Jamie and Blaze on stage doing a track together. They did First Day Out, just the two of them. Paul came back with different clothes on to do Murder, Murder, Murder. And then, during Outlined in Chalk, Twisted disappeared from the stage while the others were rapping. And Justin, the big homie, he noticed it first in my little group and said to me, where'd Jamie and Paul just go? And I'm like, I don't know. Second costume change. Now, I didn't notice that Blaze had disappeared as well, but apparently he had as well. So, Outline and Chalk ends. The remaining people from MNE, minus Blaze and Twisted, that are still on stage, you know, thank everybody for coming. Music cuts out. I actually saw some people go to leave. A few seconds later, we get something that kicks in, lights kick back on, and what steps on stage is something that I haven't seen in over a year since the Wizard Gathering. And the last time I saw it, it wasn't very good. This time, it was much, much, much better. But what stepped on stage was Blaze Your Dead Homie, Jamie Madrox, and Monoxide Child with Dark Lotus jerseys and opaque Brotherhood masks. And from there out, they did a 5-track set of just Lotus classics. Now, this is where they broke the internet pretty fucking much. Because hate it, love it, it's what happened, it's what they did. And shit's in the history fucking books now. But it was excellent. It was well executed. The tracks they picked were fantastic. They did Give Me That Blood. They did Pass the Axe. But they were also making a statement. Prior to that point, it had been Twisted and Blaze on stage performing Dark Lotus songs. What we saw at the end of Attack of the Ninjas was not that. What we saw was an incomplete Dark Lotus. Now, at the end, Jamie Madrox made sure to make it clear to the assembled heads in attendance that 3/5 of the Lotus, 3 out of 5 pedals were there. And in my life, majority rules. So the people who are saying they don't have the rights to perform those songs are full of shit and don't know anything about the business. Because performance rights are usually always maintained and retained by the credited writer of whatever the music is. So in this case, the credited writers would be Blaze, they'd be Jamie Madrox, and they'd be Monoxide. So of course they have performance rights. They don't have the right to re-release anything. I don't even think they have the right to continue recording using the Dark Lotus name. But if you really have a problem with Twisted and Blaze and Magic Ninja giving the fans obviously what they want, I don't know what to tell you. Because there wasn't anybody there who was mad about Lotus. I'm hearing a lot of huge talk from people who weren't at Attack of the Ninjas, saying that if they were there, oh, I would have said something, or I would have booed that, or blah, blah, blah. No, you wouldn't have. You would have been screaming Lotus and putting your DL high. There was an invitation extended to Psychopathic to join in the Dark Lotus performance at Attack of the Ninjas. They declined, obviously. But I think Jamie owed it, feels like they owed it to the fans since Twisted's officially put the kibosh on Dark Lotus ever happening again one last time. So I salute Twisted's decision to do that. And what we may see now is them putting those Dark Lotus tracks completely to rest as part of the live experience. So if you don't hear Lotus for another 10 years, understand it's not their fault. 3 of 5 petals are ready to fucking bloom. After the show, went to Steak and Shake, and then went home and got to sleep because I had a 15-hour drive back here on fucking Sunday. But overall, it was a good weekend. If you weren't there, I kind of feel bad for you. Salute to everybody that was. Make sure if you have a picture with me, which a bunch of people took pictures with me, post that shit. Post it on Instagram. Tag my ass, Beast Host Beard. Facebook, Beast Host Beard. There's actually a status up on the Beast Host Beard page where you can put your selfies in the comments because I want to see all of them. Because in about 3 or 4 days, I am going to take a conglomeration and make a collage of all the dope heads that I got to kicks it with at Attack of the Ninjas. So yeah, next episode, Facebook. I'm going to rest my voice for a day or 2. I'm not going to yell at anybody. But quit fucking lying about me on the internet, man. Like, honest to God, I could probably line up the 100 and change number of people who watched your fucking beak fucking spin around your head like fucking Daffy Duck in the goddamn Warner Brothers cartoon. I could probably line them up. Have them come in here and give eyewitness accounts as to your embarrassment and what your fucking response was. I don't want to do that. I didn't want to embarrass you like that. I just wanted to embarrass you a little fucking bit, man. Hey, yo, definitely. I forgot all about that. I meant to mention it. Montana Josh, shouts to you and your wife. 30 plus hours in a bus, both directions. I can't even fathom it. I couldn't even handle 15 in a car without towards the end being a little bitchy. I mean, ask people he told. Tell me about shit in the chat. Is there anything going on I need to be aware of? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. No, you could have came. You could have came. I made it very clear. Anybody is welcome. But if you weren't trying to celebrate the year that was Magic Ninja and the coming year that is going to be Magic Ninja, then you had no business coming. And you should feel very, 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 very embarrassed. Let's see. Let's see. I'm scrolling the chat. Give me a second. Let's see. Is anything going on? I know something's going to go on. Yeah, it was a fire weekend, Larry Metzger. It was dope. I'm still paying for it, though. My voice is fucking shredded for the most part. But on a note that has to, at this point, remain at least somewhat secretive, I had something pretty cool happen yesterday in terms of opportunity. So, going forward, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm finding out news about something by Thursday, and as soon as I feel like I can tell you guys about it, I will, but I don't know exactly what the situation is yet. So, as soon as the situation has played itself out, which it will by September 10th, hopefully I can tell you guys, or I can at least give you guys an update. You know, I'll have an update Thursday, one way or another, and then based on that update, I'll have another update potentially on September 9th, 10th. But it's going to require me to go off the grid for a little while. Not too long, but a little while. I want to thank everybody once again who was at Attack of the Ninjas, making me feel welcome. Making me feel like I'm literally not just talking to just haters. Sometimes I'm in a vacuum here in good old Fall River, Massachusetts, and I don't know. I don't know if I got nothing but haters. I don't know. There's a bunch that I don't know on any given moment. And it's very hard to tell where I stand. But when I get to go out to Attack of the Ninjas, I get to meet so many heads who hold it the fuck down for the underground scene, who do good promotional work, who go to shows, who listen to what I say here and understand that it's for the overall good of the underground and not just ICP. To all you people, salute, man. Shit, I hope to see you all on the Facebook live stream. If not, I hope to see your comments inevitably in the archives. I'm probably going to flood that upload over there. I have a bunch of back video from this channel that needs to go on the main channel. And my last video got a grip of views, and the video before that got like 20,000 views. So I think this episode's done. I see flame emojis in the chat. Flame emojis back to each and every one of you. Until next time on Facebook for episode 160. My name is Chuck Reeves. Whether I'm in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Maine, Detroit, Michigan, Kokomo, Indiana, California, fucking Africa, Ireland, or Mars, I am the fucking East Coast Beast host. And my beard is strong. And it has spoken.